Well, welcome to another episode of On the Couch with the great
Shuntai here.
And I'm Johnell Allen Bay.
You're looking good today.
You always looking good. That's why I like you. You're always looking good. Don't stop looking good.
All right.
I'm just playing.
So today we are talking about On the Rise.
Yes.
And we have a special guest with us.
We got an all-star with us today.
Yes. We have Horace Wren, who is an actor. And so tell us about who you are, besides just the actor.
Hold on. You know, I like to, really
shake it up.
Yeah, I got to shake this thing
He got to add his little flavor on it. It's like the hot sauce.
Okay.
Dude played on the let me pronounce it right. The quad.
Mm-hmm.
The quad.
Y'all remember the quad?
Yes. That was my show.
Listen, it was hot. It was hot, man.
Yeah, it was a
you
great
was there.
Show. Yeah.
On the quad.
Mm-hmm.
And now you on the couch.
Yeah, well, it started out as an accidental. I'm an accidental actor.
Okay.
I started out as a background, and then as it just kept going and kept going, you start off with just playing the background and an extra, and then the director said, "Well, hey, this guy has got something." So he started giving me like little bits and pieces to really add to the show.
So what's the first little part that they gave you? And
Fraternity. I played Fraternity. It was Big Brother Detroit.
Okay.
And so it went from there to just, just like little scenes, little snippets. And then right time when everything was getting ready to blow up, boom, got canceled.
Right. But your face was in the place.
Yes.
And that's what put you over there, huh? Okay. All right. So now you can talk about what Shuntai was trying to do. But I wanted the audience to really understand who was on the couch. Sometimes we can miss it. They may say Horace Wren. And if you ain't real enthusiast, you don't know who that is. Because when they first said it, but then when they showed me you, I said, hold on, get my man on this couch.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Nicole.
So when you talked about it being an accident, your career, how did your career start out? What were you doing before acting?
Magazine publishing. And I was a director. I did the Street Fame project in college, Bowling Green State University, and I put it out as it was actually a grade, that I was doing. And it got A+, streetfame.info, got a shameless plug. But so it just kept growing. And from there, I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to make some extra money, so I became a background, and then from background, then I got cast in Lit Atlanta.
Okay, hold on. What was that last one? You let that slip through again? I can't let it go.
It's like Lit Atlanta.
Oh, Lit Atlanta. Lit Atlanta narco drama series. Lit Atlanta narco drama series is a combination of Sons of Anarchy meets Power.
Right.
Okay.
Except in this role, there's no one higher than the African American sitting on this couch right here.
Look at that, Lit himself.
All right.
So he the boss of the bosses on this show here, man. You the boss of the boss. Now listen, seen little snippets, heard about some stuff, man. You got to have some background. Well, you got some street cred.
Yeah, very much so.
Okay, because there's some things that you do only, unless you done been there to have a little swag, could you produce what you produce?
Yeah, I actually, I stayed, we film in Atlanta, we film in Bankhead a lot of times, but it's not what you think. We want to take this television show and really propel the other actors. It's more or less because I love to direct as well.
Okay.
So it's like it's a multiracial cast because we want this show to catapult to go to Netflix.
Okay.
So that's the main goal, to get it to Netflix.
Well, we're gonna help you on the couch, y'all.
Yes,
Thank you so
Excellent.
So tell us about your character.
I play Liaison Alante. He's the I guess the kingpin of Atlanta.
Okay.
But it's not it's not a drug show. It's a narco trafficking series. I don't know if you've ever seen like Narcos or Narcos Mexico. It's like that, but it's in Atlanta. So in this case, we have all the mafia, the cartels, the Yakuza, the Bratva, the Russian mafia. Like everyone works for me.
Right. You just running everything.
Yeah. But then no one's safe though, because anyone can get taken out in any segment of the show.
Okay, but except you.
Except me.
Okay, all right. I'm so sick of seeing the brother get killed.
Yeah,
I'm not saying I need to see
I'm not
something
going
else.
nowhere.
Give me some stability here. I need some stability here.
I'm not going anywhere in this one.
But listen, let's go back to the origin
Okay.
of Horace. You know, where'd you come from?
Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit.
You're from Michigan. All right, we got
What
to
he got this man here? You know, I looked at his shoes. I said, that boy might know something. You
A
know.
little swag.
Okay then. I'm feeling you, you know. So you from Detroit, West Side?
West Side, 7 Mile.
Yeah, I figured it was West Side. You got a West Side move. Yeah, so
So you're from Detroit.
how many siblings?
Yeah.
Because that's important to Shuntai. She forgot that.
I always
she
look at
always
family.
look at
Look
family
at family.
structure.
So
what's
what
the
is your
order?
Are you the oldest? Are you the youngest?
I'm the
or are
baby.
you only? Oh, the baby.
So I have 4 brothers, 1 sister.
Okay. Are you spoiled?
No, I was, man. I did their work, their chores, you know, so no, I'm not spoiled at all. I had a paper route since when I was 6 years old, and so I've always been a workaholic.
Okay.
So how did you end up in Florida?
How did I end up in Florida? I was when I was filming down here, I wanted to just go someplace that was a little bit more relaxing and things like that. So I went to, you know, I've always been able to move. I moved from Phoenix. I've lived in Chicago. I've lived in New York. So I've always had a free spirit to just want to live in different places. It wasn't particularly Jacksonville is where I landed, but I was aiming more toward like Tampa, Miami.
Okay.
But because of the storms and the weather, I just wanted to be in Florida, but not too in Florida.
Okay.
Okay.
That
You don't
makes
want to go
sense.
through the other stuff
Yeah.
that Floridians go through.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's your educational background?
I have a bachelor's degree in business management. I'm a member of the National Society of Collegiate Scholars, so I'm highly educated.
Right,
But
right.
I got street knowledge, though. I
Right,
got
yeah.
book skills, book knowledge, street knowledge. Just
Okay.
slap them together.
Right. Well, you know that's my philosophy in life. So
My grandmother raised me
understands
right.
that. Yeah. She
So you were
always
said-
raised by your grandmother?
Yes.
So big
Okay.
influence.
Yeah, she always said education, education, education.
Okay.
It'll take you far.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good. So when we take a break, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to get more involved in Horace Wren.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell focuses on educational, humorous, and insightful topics based on extraordinary lives of real people. Each episode provides real talk from real people.
Felt rejected, being newly divorced, and I didn't want my kids to feel like they'd missed something in life. So I had went above and beyond to make sure that they would have no.
I had just been doing the catering, you know, small and part-time, and she just left to come on full-time, and everything shut down. So imagine losing, I mean, literally we lost, 80% of our income.
Wow. I love that. The ladybug and
The
butterfly.
butterflies.
Join Shuntai Hill, a certified counselor, and Johnell Allen Bay, a life coach and relationship expert, weekly for On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell. Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay are the king and queen of relationships. Each week, the couple engages their audience with hot, sexy topics about relationships for the grown and sexy. The show is interactive, fun, and
Our
real.
next topic. I got drunk. Hold on. I got drunk the other night, and my girl grabbed my ears from behind. So she was behind him, grabbed his ears, and then he smacked her. I immediately apologized, but to be honest, I meant it, and I knew it was her. I felt horrible about hitting her, but I felt good at the same time. What's up with this?
Tune in weekly to She Say, He Say with Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay. For more information, visit shesayhesay.media.
So we're back on the couch with Shuntai and Johnell, and we got a guest here, Wren. Mr. Wren, Horace Wren.
That's I love your name. Were you born with that name, or did you decide this sounds like a sexy name that I'm just gonna have?
No, it's
ahead.
Horace actually is it relates to time, father time, so to
Yeah.
speak. So that's the name. That's my name.
Yeah,
Given at birth.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah. Okay, I like that. It gives you a little
My
flair.
pseudonym is Horace, but my name is Horace.
Right,
So I
Horace.
just said, because that's the way people pronounce it. So I was just like, I'm gonna stick with it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Okay.
a lot of people, can't say Horace, and they may
Yeah,
say
they'll just be like horse.
horse.
I just was like, I
Horse.
said it sticks.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
So with the characters that you play in the films, how similar were you to your characters, or was the difference?
I don't sell drugs. That's in real life, but that's in terms of being a strong African American male. But I was raised by women, so it's not too much. It wasn't too much different. Like when you go to school and you want to pursue things and everyone's going left and right. I've always stayed straight down the middle. I knew what I wanted to do. I just didn't know when I was gonna, execute the plan.
Okay.
So,
So, piggybacking off of that, when did you know it was time to execute your plan?
I saw them when they got rid of Power. I saw the TV show when they canceled that after like the 6th season. I said, there's an opportunity here for us to learn off of that show and kind of, elevate it in a different way. Because I love the character. I love that show. James St. Patrick, I love that character. But he always had someone above him. And I was like, well, what if he was just the boss?
Right.
I think the show would have lasted a lot longer.
Okay. I like that. I like that thinking, because as a director and being able to be given that platform, you're able to mold and shape it in the direction and from your perspective of how you believe society should see us. So I like that, Yeah.
Were there any obstacles or challenges that you had along the way?
Originally doing films, anybody that does independent films, they'll tell you that it's economics. It's usually you either have all the money right then and there or you're putting together the money. So with most independent projects, it's funding. So I'm self-funding this because I believe in it. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing that I want to show that it can be done. Just like take Tyler Perry, for instance, with Medea. When he came out, when he came out, it was a stage play, but then it turned to movies. But with a stage play, economically, it was more sound for him to do it that way. And then get the money from the ticket sales and then the DVDs and then, look how far that's gone.
Right.
The Diary of a Mad Black, woman was all about funding to build up to the movie part. So I've always thought if I keep going, eventually you get the sponsors, you get the Coca-Colas, you get, all of those people, the brands and products, hair salons, makeup artists, everyone will come together and support a project because Atlanta really supports projects about Atlanta in Atlanta.
Okay. And I like you talking about that because of the fact that there's a lot of people who are in our audience who brand themselves and to understand that concept of why it's so important to be branded and to have others notice the brand takes on that. That's what brings in the sponsors. So I love that concept and the way that you broke that down.
So what's next for you? What are other projects that you're working on or are the thought?
I would like to do a movie about lit Atlanta.
Okay.
To really show, we're going backwards and then we're going forward. We're actually filming during the rougher times that was just happened with the pandemic.
Absolutely.
It's a current present show. So you've got, you still have the President Trump footage. You still got the riots. You still have like all of that is what's going to make the show even, catapulted to a movie.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's what I'm looking to do.
Okay, I love that. I like that.
All right.
That's power there, box office.
Oh, yeah.
Box office, that's where
Netflix,
it's at.
Apple TV, streaming, HBO Max, the whole nine.
Okay, yeah. So, audience, do you have any questions for Horace Wren?
How do you get an audition for your show?
I went through
Talking about me.
Oh yeah,
she
I
told
went through
her.
backstage.com, and what it is, you just set up a portfolio with them, and then you send off an audition tape. Just something really, it's really brief. It's like I have one that has a villain or victim script. It's either you play the victim really well, or you play the villain really well, or you can play both. but I really love for there's a lot of strong women in this series. Late Atlanta TVseries.com. It's like really, really more or less
We
about
got a
strong
bunch of
women.
coaches ready for that. They got some stuff already,
Ready to
we
submit.
can put that right in. 'Cause you got some strong coaches
I love to
in
work
here.
with you. Because
I
I
see
love to
about-
work with you. You know what I mean? Because there's so many.
Yeah, see what
I
I'm
want
saying?
to because I want to go behind the camera, be in
Yeah.
front for a minute, and then go behind, and then really push the other characters out. So that way we can turn it from lit Atlanta to lit Chicago, lit Detroit, lit Miami, and just keep going like with SUV or whatever SVU, or
Right,
whatever,
yeah,
like that. I just
they're
want
everywhere now.
multiple,
Right, absolutely.
multiple brands of it.
Yeah, thank you.
On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell focuses on educational, humorous, and insightful topics based on extraordinary lives of real people. Each episode provides real talk from real people.
Felt rejected, being newly divorced, and I didn't want my kids to feel like they'd missed something in life. So I had went above and beyond to make sure that they would have no.
I had just been doing the catering, small part-time, and she just left to come on full-time, and everything shut down. So imagine losing, literally we lost, 80% of our income.
Wow. I love that. The ladybug and
The
butterfly.
butterflies.
Join Shuntai Hill, a certified counselor, and Johnell Allen Bay, a life coach and relationship expert, weekly for On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell. Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay are the king and queen of relationships. Each week, the couple engages their audience with hot, sexy topics about relationships for the grown and sexy. The show is interactive, fun, and
Our
real.
next topic. I got drunk. Hold on. I got drunk the other night, and my girl grabbed my ears from behind. So she was behind him, grabbed his ears, and then he smacked her. I immediately apologized, but to be honest, I meant it, and I knew it was her. I felt horrible about hitting her, but I felt good at the same time. What's up with this?
Tune in weekly to She Say, He Say with Shuntai Hill and Johnell Allen Bay. For more information, visit shesayhesay.media.
So we're back with On the Couch with,
Shuntai Hill.
and I'm Johnell Allen Bay. And, as a therapist, you always reading something, so tell me what you're reading here, because you got something for Horace.
Well, not something for him per se, but I feel that you're up and coming, right? And you are going to be the next Tyler Perry if you continue on the road that you're at, or higher.
That's what I would like to. Yeah, that's exactly that's my thought process is to, be able to give jobs, and secure funding for other projects, because that television and films are huge. It's bigger than the Super Bowl. There's nothing bigger than a film.
Right.
And that's what struck me when you talked about you want to be behind the camera at some point, and that it's not about you being in front. It's about you wanting to help other people progress their career. And when you have that mindset, you're going to go far because you're thinking about others as well as yourself.
Yeah. So that you definitely will go a long ways because of the fact that, that's a principle. That's a universal principle that no matter what, the universe has to be able to open up that door for you because that's where you are. So I like that.
Yeah. So from a therapist point of view, one question I would want to ask you is that what keeps you up at night?
In terms of fear or in terms, because I don't have any fear.
It's just an open question. What keeps you up at night?
I'm very driven. I've always been a very driven person. Even in school, I was always driven. I was able to, walk teeter. I was able to be 1 foot in the street, one head in the books, so I was able to teeter. So I didn't go too far. I knew what I wanted to do. My drive and ambition is beyond what I can even comprehend. I just keep going, just like coming here, I know traffic was a little rough, but I had to get here.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that you got here through the traffic, because it's important to be on that couch.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's some other things that Johnell and I do as far as matchmaking and things like that. So I'm sure some of the ladies in our audience or watching us on television right now would want to know, are you single?
No.
No? He's not single, lady. So I had to ask.
I knew he was. I read that when he came in the door.
I'm all business.
Absolutely.
And that's a good mindset to have. So when you going into your mind of thinking about your next move, where do you draw your inspiration from?
My father.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that I'm pretty sure that he wanted to do that he wasn't able to do. I lost my father when I was like 11 years old. And so I've always, wanted to show that my mother and father, they created me. And I'm a living embodiment of what they could have become.
I like that. As a parent, I think we all, as a parent, want to hear that legacy like that. So you made him proud. I can speak on that as a parent. That's a hell of a feat there. I love that.
Is there any advice that you can provide for any aspiring artist or someone that's out there trying to be their best in their lane?
Don't listen to the castings. If you can't get cast for a particular part, create that film yourself. And that way you can cast yourself. Because, when you go through castings, quite possibly you can, they'll have you do all these crazy things and then you still won't get the job. You'd do better off just casting yourself.
So what are some of the crazy things they have you do?
Multiple auditions. They'll have you, stand out in the rain, multiple times. If you do a scene, let's say you're a background actor, you're an extra or something like that. They'll have you just standing out there until like the main characters come out, and if you have an opportunity to talk to the director to show what you can do so, because that's what they're looking for. They want someone to stand out. If you don't stand out, then you'll just stand in and you'll be a stand-in forever.
Wow. I like that. I like that. Say it again for our audience.
If you don't stand out, then you'll just be a stand-in forever.
Oh, man. That's it there. Hey, listen, I love that there. So going into this here, did you, once you decided this is what I want, was your goal to say, I want control of when I do what I do? Was that, when did that hit you? Because everybody could be excited about just getting there. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm on TV. But, it takes a special mind to be able to think beyond that instant gratification or that moment there. Tell our audience about that.
It's never been about fame for me. It's always been about control of everything that I felt that I could achieve. I watch everything. I binge watch Queen of the South, Narcos Mexico, Power, Sons of Anarchy, all of these, and Goodfellas, any kind of show that relates to kind of like a connectability to people. Most people binge watch stuff like that. I just always wanted to have the control over it, how we were viewed.
I like that. I like that, Horace. Yeah. So coming here, you had to make a decision about being on the couch. Okay. And what do you want the audience to know about Horace that nobody has ever known about you? Now you're on the couch now. You gotta be careful that couch, because that couch will make you say some stuff. So people looking at you.
Realistically, I'm really a silly guy. I'm focused and everything, but I'm just really silly. I'm a really silly dude. Like I crack jokes. I was just in the room like dancing.
Right.
So I'm silly. My demeanor may come across, very business and poised, but I'm silly. I do voices, imitations. Like I'm just silly.
Right, but that's good because you can't let everybody see that. Cause
no one's ever asked me that.
I always try
to just lay back and be cool. Right, but I was like, he's silly.
Being a kid, being the boss of the bosses, you can't let them see that.
No,
right?
they can't see that.
They can't see that. So, but guess what? We know it. So that's great.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on our couch.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
It's been a pleasure you guys having
me.
I'm very humble. Thank you.
Well, we're humbled that you're here.
Thank you guys.
Horace Wren.
Thank you for tuning in to On the Couch with Shuntai and Johnell.
It's been an incredible season, and look at us.
Look at us.
You still look great.
And you look handsome.
Well, let's make this happen.
All right.